Investing 60 minutes each weekday toward planning for the future. The WBBM Noon Business Hour continues.
First quarter of the year proves to be a good one for the banking sector. We're going to cover that in our next segment. Right now, Disney is releasing details of its upcoming streaming service, which is expected to have a major impact in the video content world. We welcome Tim Hanlon. Tim is founder and CEO of the media consultancy firm Vertere Group here in Chicago. Welcome back to the Noon Business Hour, Tim. At first look, it looks as if just the cost for consumers is a big draw on this.
So yesterday, during this analyst presentation, which went on almost 4 hours on the Disney's studio lot in California, when the announcement was made as to what the monthly price for Disney Plus was going to be, you could hear audible gasps in the audience from largely an analyst and or press crowd at the price of $6.99 a month or a yearly of $69.99 a month. I think a lot of people in the analyst community, at least, thought that it would be priced higher, given the amazing amount of content and depth that Disney brings to the table. But it's pretty clear that Disney is trying to send a signal that in a world where Netflix is basically everybody's first choice of streaming services, they need to be and will be very price competitive to the point of being considered as a must-have, either number two or possibly as a replacement number one for Netflix.
Well, Netflix keeps adding on a little bit every month or so, doesn't it? It seems to get more expensive.
And I think that's absolutely part of the mix. And remember that Netflix is losing, a few $1 billion a year. So they, those costs continue to rise. And I think there is pricing power that Netflix still has. So this is a very interesting bit of a flank strategy, not only from Disney needing to stay relevant itself, but a signal to Netflix that, hey, we're going to have a lot of original content, by the way, a lot of which has been on Netflix over the years, and we're going to offer it, at least initially, at a lower price out of the gate.
Yeah, talk about that content, because, is this essentially an option for parents with kids? Is Disney going to try to expand it a little bit more?
Yeah, so Cisco, the library of content and the studios that Disney either has from its original roots or that they've acquired over the years, like the Marvel library, the Star Wars collection, the Muppets. It goes on and on. There's no doubt that there is just a treasure trove of content that Disney will have to offer from day one in November, as well as to pull back from their other licensing deals and put into their coffers once again for them to own and to distribute. But to your point, they are also going to create, like a lot of services do, a hefty slate of originals that will debut and or only live on Disney Plus. And we're talking about some major producers, not too dissimilar to what Apple tried to announce a month ago when we were on the show last. But with Disney, with J.J. Abrams, and they're just all. It's not a fair fight, frankly, versus an Apple who is more, shall we say, aspirational than Disney can be from its heritage.
Well, but speaking of a fair fight, what's interesting to me, you already touched on the fact that Netflix loses money. It is still a money loser. You have Disney, unlike Netflix, that has all these other revenue streams. I'm thinking significantly the theme parks. Does that give Disney a little more breathing room to get this thing going? They can wait 5 years or more to actually make a profit on it.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. I think the reality, though, is that there's plenty to leverage, let's put it that way, in the other business lines that Disney has. But it's very clear that the investment and arguably the subsidized pricing of what Disney Plus is going to be over the first few years is going to be significantly expensive. But yes, there are other revenue streams that certainly cushion that blow. And certainly in the mind of investors today, it seems like they're giving Disney the benefit of the doubt, at least after the first day of the announcement.
Who is number one, and who also may be trying to enter this area?
Well, look, I think Netflix is everybody's first choice, and I think it's a small group of other entities, whether it be Amazon or Hulu or certainly Disney Plus, that is perhaps considered to be a must-have number 2. You can throw in over-the-air TV signals via antenna as sort of a freebie add-on to people's bundles. And then the real fight, and I think the real ugliness will come in the next number of months and years, is the hundreds of other streaming services that are seeking people's attention underneath that. We shall see that how that plays out in the months and years ahead.
Thanks for being with us, Tim Hanlon, founder and CEO of the media consultancy firm Vertere Group here in Chicago.